So guys, I want to share something this morning. It might be extremely helpful to you, and that is learning how to go from just a business owner to learning how to become or seeing yourself as a content creator who owns a business. And I say this because as business owners, like, we have to advertise, and the strongest method of advertising today is creating content. And it's like something you just have to do unless you just strictly run off of referrals or some other method. Advertising is it, and whether it's paid ads or free content or reaching out to people, but for the most part, you want to start with the free content. And so if you can, you'll never behave or continue to do things if you don't see yourself as that person. And if you don't look at yourself as a content creator, then as a business owner, you're doing this, you're making videos, and it all feels weird, right? Because deep down, it's like, well, that's not really me. That's not how I do things, or that's not what I do. But that's going to conflict with you being able to spread the word and promote your business. And so how can we promote our business and at the same time not feel any shame for it? You might feel like you don't want to burden other people. You don't want to be too loud, right? But the truth is that it takes so much for people to actually even recognize you and to remember you. I mean, think of 6 realtors off the top of your head. You could probably only think of 1 or 2. And the truth is what about the others? I'm sure they're still posting. I'm sure they're still doing stuff, but you don't see it, right? So you have to remember that the amount of people that actually see what you're doing and see it consistently is so small, which is why we have to scream, we have to shout, we have to be excited, and we have to let them know that what we're doing, what we have going on, what we're doing, what's happening over here. And you're just using your social media, and it's hard to get mad at somebody who's excited and is happy and is passionate. And so if you come off that way on social media, guys, look what I'm doing. If I'm designing these websites and I'm like, guys, look at how proud I am that I've built this and that it's working, it's generating leads, it's actually making a difference. It's kind of hard to hate on that. And so if you can come at it by promoting your business in a place of you're being excited and see yourself as a content creator and take that very, very seriously, and you got to kind of accept that you might suck at first, but if you just don't give up, you'll get better. And you might not know what do I work on? What do I do? What do I get better at? It'll be very, very obvious the next step to work on when you start moving forward, right? You might make a video and realize your audio sounds like trash. That right there is the next thing you improve. And you find and research ways to make it better. Maybe you buy some microphones and then you film it and you realize the background looks like shit. It's super unorganized, whatever. So then you move it. That's how progression works. But you have to first see yourself as a content creator. And by doing that, your business is going to grow so much faster because you're showing up for people online. And this is one of the biggest struggles that I've had. I've done an amazing job with it here at Roman, but I personally have never really said anything about what I'm doing, what I'm building, what I know, and trying to share this stuff with you guys and just kind of talk about what's been going on. And so I've just kind of been on a personal mission to switch my identity as that. I've been a marketer, but a back-end marketer, someone who doesn't really put themselves out there. It's more just I'm behind these things that are working, but I haven't really told anybody about what I've done. So I wanted to personally make that switch, and I feel like that switch has been extremely helpful, especially with making these videos. I think that switch would help you guys too. Being able to see yourself as a content creator and saying, I'm going to take this serious, and because I create content, I'm going to build trust. I'm going to associate with my niche in that industry, right? If you're a gym owner and you're making gym content or you're talking about what it is you're doing, you'll either be in the niche of gym owners. And I personally think that as a small business, when you share your story and what's going on and you show people how much you care about your place, if you don't care, I don't think you're going to win, to be honest with you. I probably would not advise you to even make content because the world is constantly moving in the direction of those who genuinely care and want to do good and get better and become experts and serve. And it's kind of ironic that in the past, marketing was the opposite of people deceiving you and all this sort of stuff. It is completely flip-flopped. And so now it's about the people who are going to win are the people who are good, who are trustworthy, and who are genuinely good people. And so if you at least have some of that, right? If you at least care about your business and you care about how people feel or the experience or whatever it is, how they interact with your business, and you want it to be positive, you're going to do great. So I advise you to start creating content and tell people what you're excited to work on, what's been going on, why is this important, what was it like before, and what is it like today. And if you could share stuff like that and use GPT, man, just let it brainstorm and you can tweak it however. But when you create content, I would say what helps the best, right? I just set the camera down and turned it on. I didn't know exactly word for word what I was going to say. But if you approach it as if I have a message to share, the words will form itself. You always hold the intent over the message. Okay, the intent drives the words never drives the intent. That's an extremely important thing. Dr. Wayne Dwyer, he talked about this a lot in The Power of Intention in his book. If you have good intent, even Andy Frisella, he gets on stage, he doesn't prepare script, flashcards or anything. He just holds the right intent in his heart, and the message will come out properly. And if you can do that with your content, if you think about a certain person, or man, really anything, and you learn to like dig into the intention of what am I trying to get across here, and who am I trying to get that message across to? Who is really important. You're going to see a lot of success as a business owner. I mean, look at the people that make so much money in business are the ones that have personal brands. Personal brand just means that you showed up and you make content and you're building relationships online. Think of it like that. Personal brand. I'm building relationships online. People that I don't know about me and what I am doing. That's what's going on here. And they see what I'm associated with. Branding is associations. Personal branding is what do you associate with? What business do you own? What kind of person are you? What do you talk about? What do you love? What do you dislike? That is creating associations, which is aka branding. All right. And so, man, I really hope that helps you, man. Like to get out there and to feel a little bit better about making content for your business. Because again, like I said, if you don't see yourself as that person, you're not going to continue those actions, and the consistency is what matters the most. And so even if you've got to like to say, right, fake it till you make it, or fake it till you become it. That's one of the other things I like to say too. And you really got to see it, and you got to remind yourself that that's who I am. I'm creating this content. I'm not going to feel ashamed of it. I don't care if it looks like trash. I'm going to get better. And you got to look at yourself from maybe 3-6 months from now. You're going to be dominating it, dude. So go out there, crush it, man. Just try to be as consistent as possible. Don't let yourself fall off. That's going to be the hardest part. Just don't fall off. Don't stop. Keep posting, even if it's something, just anything, man. Even a picture, and talk about what's happening. You guys take care.